Nothing is personal. And this is a hard thing to say because a lot of stuff feels personal. But nothing is personal, particularly people of color, particularly women. Nothing is personal. People will say things about us in the workplace or in person. They spread rumors about us. They treat us a certain way. We're dealing with all the ignorance. I see situations out there where, they're telling people of color with braids, you can't wear braids into the school. Yeah, we want to fight these things. Don't get me wrong. We want to make a stand for these things. But I'm just telling you, nothing is personal. You're on a job and you see all your people treated a certain way, and they go to lunch, they don't invite you, you try to go lunch with them, they don't want you to go, they make all these excuses, whatever it is. Nothing is personal. That feels personal, it even looks personal, but nothing's personal. I'm telling you this ahead of time because it's not about you. You think it's about you because you're the target, but it's not about you. It never is about you, it never was about you. Even though it feels like it, target, right? It feels like it because we talk about bias and we talk about discrimination, and those things do exist, right? But bias and discrimination exist not because of who you are. It has nothing to do with you. Bias and discrimination exists is because of who they are. It's because of who that person's mindset is. It's because of the learnings and teachings that person has. It's because of the experiences that person has had. It has nothing to do with you. Like that person and all their experiences, were you there? Were you there when they were born? Were you there when they were kids? Did you go to school with them? Did you have some sort of interaction with them all the way up to here? So here we are, 30 years later, whatever the situation is, and then they meet you and they judge you and they have this bias discrimination. Does that have anything to do with you? Were you there in the shaping of their life and who they are? Did you have anything to do with that mindset? Where they come to and all of a sudden they meet you and all of a sudden they don't like you or they're trying to hurt you, this and that. You wasn't even in their life for the past 30 years. You just met them. You're just now having experiences with them. They don't know anything about you. And all of a sudden, you're having to deal with the weight, because we do, the weight of bias and discrimination and unconscious bias and all this. That's true. But it's not personal because it has nothing to do with you. Yeah, it's a little painful. It's a little awkward sometimes, but it's not personal. It has absolutely nothing to do with you because you've done nothing to this person. You haven't been in this person's life. You haven't had experiences with this person. This person came to the conclusion of you all by themselves. They made up some story, or they lived in some way, in some bubble, and they made up some idea about you that has nothing to do with you. So it's not personal. So I'll tell you this because as you're dealing with people and the weight of it in the workplace or in public, strategically you figure out and you have an understanding of it. Because we got to take the emotion out of it when we're dealing with these kind of situations. Because these situations make us emotional. But I'm letting you know, if it's not personal, you don't need emotional. You don't take it personal, emotional. Those aren't words. It's not personal because they don't know you. It's not personal because they've told themselves an idea or a story that's not even true about you, about your culture. It's not personal. So you don't make it personal as you interact with people. When you go in a situation, a lot of times people of color and women are rejected in these situations. It's not personal. Like in sales, it's not personal. It stings a little bit, but it's not personal. Keep going. They reject you, so what? Keep going. It's not personal. Keep showing up to work. It's not going the way you want it. I don't care. Keep showing up. It's not personal. Figure out the way to bring your best self into the situation and keep moving forward. You keep moving forward because it's on you. Nobody's going to come save you. They're not going to change for the most part. They may change or may not change around you. Who knows? But don't have an expectation of them changing. You don't need them to change. You change and adjust to the situation. And you can do it by telling yourself that it's not personal. Because it's not personal. Awkward, stings a little bit, frustrated a little bit. All normal things of life that we all go through. But it's not personal. I keep saying it, but I want you to understand it's not personal. And that's how you separate your anger from these situations that seem weird.